What's up, guys? It's me, Doc, from SampleKings.com. I want to thank a lot of you people for actually watching our videos and helping us to grow the channel. But currently, we are realizing that we need to have more members, as YouTube tells us. In order to do this, I want to implore you to take the time to hit the subscribe button. So please, subscribe. It does help. What's up, guys? Doc, SampleKings.com. And of course, we're here doing a few things, working on how we can get this whole system running, for one, with the brand new update, which is 3.9. So you see I got it right here in my MPC One here, and this is right directly linked to my computer, and actually it's also linked, of course, on the internet, so I have it automatically looking at it. I'll go to here and press download now, and now it's going to wants me to shut it down. I'll shut it down. And so now it's going to start to update my MPC One Plus. As you can see, they're doing the update right now, which is kind of cool. Now, sometimes you may want to know what's really going on, particularly with the latest update. This is a pretty big update, what they've done a lot of stuff. We're going to go over as much as we can each video. So here, if you don't know much, you want to get a manual, obviously, right? So if I come to here, where it says MPC Key 37 G2, I'll click downloads. I'll go down to here, you'll see a cat's it right there, of course. And I go down to here and you'll see it has the user guide for the 3.9 software. Well, that's good. So let's go out this one again. Now, if I go down to here, it's the same thing. This is the MPC Live 3. Now let's go to here, downloads. You get down to here and this is still 3.6. So be aware of that. This is not the latest operating system thing going on here. It's a different thing that's happening. Let's move this out of here. Let's get this out of here. Actually, got this. What's going on here? We want to disable it. No, let's hide this floating thing. Perfect. And so I don't want to do that. So I got to go back to here. And then if I come to here to the X, oops, it stopped right there. We're going back here to the XL downloads, and we'll see here, this is, click on this right here. Let's click on this right here. And see, this is 3.7. That's 3.7. So there is 3.9 for, let's do a reminder later. Remind me later. Perfect. That's going to load back up. So it's going to be fully updated soon. We'll test that. And what happens here, as you can see, as 3.7. So there is a 3.9 for the software. Of course, you probably got that automatically when you did what I did here on my MPC One Plus. That also happens on the MPC Live 3 and on the MPC XL. But you need to have the manual to know everything that's wrong and that's right about the software. Because there are problems with the software. And they tell you that too, of course. So here, I think she's just loading up here. I got to pick out something. I'll press new, and it pulls up something here. And we're in there. And the test is, of course, I can just go directly to here. And I want to see this here. That's cool like that. And I want to go back out of that. And I want to get back to sample assign right here. So I see I got sounds already on it, but the pads were running. And that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go back here to menu, and I go to preferences here, and I can go to see my update is 3.9, which is great. Now also, we're going to go back here for the XL. You'll see that this is 7.6, but there is an update for it. And you got to get the right manual for it. You're going to find that by going online into the website to look for it. Now, I've got to take this one here, and I'm going to dump this one out actually and save it to my desktop. Who's the desktop? Desktop right here. My desktop, and put it on my desktop. Okay, replace this one. Okay, replace that one. I already took it down already. And we got, that's great. I'm going to go into here, and you'll see we got 3.8 there, right? And here we got 3.6, 3.7, and 3.9. There are different manuals, but here the manual for the MPC Live 3 and the XL is right here is 3.9. Not what you see in the website. When you come to the website here, this comes up as 3.7. So be aware of that. You got to find out where that's at. Now, once you do get your manual, you're going to realize too that they've changed a lot inside the software. And so I'm going to come over to here and show you some things that are problems with the MPC software. I'll scroll down to here, and it's got this one, and I've got the release notes. These are the release notes for 3.9. 3.9. Now, everything's here, but when they get down to here to the bottom, you're going to know these are known issues. All right, so I'm going to cut this out of here and make it look bigger. There we go. They're looking bigger now. And you'll see right here, these known issues are what you got to be aware about. It says here in rare cases, audio mixdown to WAV files can output a blank file. So I might mix something down and I get a blank file. Be aware of this. Your machine is not broken. Just that sometimes that'll happen. Okay, next, we got this Expert Sleeper ES-9 is known to have distortion on output when used with the audio interface with the Force and the MPC units, that as well. Now, you also have here held pad. If you hold the pad down or key event stop playing when changing sequencing or changing the sequencer or clip during playback. So you hold the pad down or you get that key event going, it stops playing when changing sequence or clip during the playback. If I change something, it's going to change totally. Also, canceling a save action can fail, causing the TUI and pads to flash. They'll flash. The machine's not broken, but it will flash a lot. Okay, next thing, a crash can occur after undoing and redoing clear sequence when using next sequence step sequencer mode. Now this is important. That means you can get a crash. So you got to actually save no matter what. Let me get this rabbit right. Leon's going to here. There you go. When you get to this point here and you see this thing get ready to crash, you see that right there? This means you must keep saving. You got to save constantly when you're in your session. Set your machine up maybe to do a save every 3 or 4 minutes. That's important to save your data because you don't want to lose anything. You don't never know when you got to hit actually. And of course, one more here at the end is that when recording audio track data that overwrites existing data, the existing audio will be heard briefly on playback loop. That means the existing audio will be heard briefly on playback loop. So in recording, what's ever there will be heard briefly. And this I don't like pretty much because I'm actually going to record audio tracks that overwrites existing data. But I might hear the old stuff I had there before. I might not know what the hell went on, how that's worked here, this didn't work here, that worked there. That's the problem I'm going to generally have with stuff. So that's to be aware of that. But these known issues are in the MPC release notes. You got to find these notes. Not a problem I have sometimes, a lot of times I go back to let's go back here to Chrome here and look at this in there in a Chrome here. Let me pull it back up here. I'll get this up here like this. Let me get my Chrome up. And somewhere down here, Chrome, here we go, right there. And I pull this back up here. I don't get the release notes. I'll come to here, we'll say, let's try this one over here. And we don't see release notes. You got to look and see where release notes are. If not, you do a search, you look for MPC 3.9 release notes. And I would just come to here, grab a new browser here. I can see MPC 3.9 notes right here. I'm in the notes right there. So you can search them out. There are 13 pages of this note. A lot of stuff is what's new, and some stuff tells you how to really work it. So a lot of times you'll see something on the internet, right? And they'll show you something on YouTube, whatever, and you think it's a trick or something. Sometimes it's actually within the notes, and we don't know that because it's not actually in the manual. So they do these release notes, and they have to update their manuals too as well. But sometimes when you get there, the manual's not where you expect it to be at. Like here's 3.6, and I'm in the MPC Live 3. 3.6 came out in November when it first launched. That's 3.6 in November. In January, it was 3.7 when the MPC XL launched. And then there was 3.8 when the MPC sample launched. You got MPC sample ideas on all the MPCs. And then there was 3.9, which just came out just now. So that's like within a space of no more than, we got 5 months here, 6, 7, in 7 or 8 months, it's changed a lot. So you gotta be aware of that and be careful when you're actually working with your device, because there are known issues. You must know the issues and be able to deal with it totally. Now, any questions, hit us up at SampleKings.com. And guys who have our app, there's no problem. The release notes is in the app. So you can always ask the questions about, I did this, I did that. Why doesn't it work? The app will search the release notes and tell you why it doesn't work. I'll see you in the next video.